You know, when you're riding around all day, every day, you have a lot of time to think. And I've started thinking about, you know, what's next? I'm making good money. But sometimes you just think about the owner-op thing. You know, do you lease a truck? Do you buy a truck? Do you lease purchase a truck? If it's something you're interested in, what do you do? There's a bunch of different kinds of ways to do it. Let's run some numbers and take a look. Hey guys, what's going on? Let's talk about lease purchases. Something I've been thinking about for a while. They offer a lease purchase here at GP now, so I was kind of looking at that. And I was doing my research, because that's the first thing. If you're going to get into a lease purchase or even buy a truck, you need to think about, you know, where are you going to lease that truck onto, or are you going to get your own authority, or you're going to have to look at your overhead. What are my fixed costs going to be if I lease on with said company? Am I being paid miles or percentage? Well, it's something I've been considering for a while now, and I was looking around comparing the different leases. You know, you can get a full maintenance lease from like a Penske or a Ryder. I'm sure there's some other companies out there, but man, they're expensive. You can lease on them with a company, or you can lease through a company, such as Snyder, JB Hunt, Prime, Swift probably does it. GP here, of course, does it. But I found that a lot of those are a mileage-based lease, which I guess you would just have to run the numbers and see if things work out. They're not terrible. In my opinion, some of these leases through companies, you can't pick your own loads, so you're kind of tied to your dispatcher dictates how many miles you get. So are you going to get enough to pay for the truck? Are you going to get enough to make money after you pay for the truck? How many miles are you going to get per week to cover that lease? Because you got your fuel and you got your maintenance. There may be a maintenance plan involved if you do a company lease. I looked at Snyder Financial or SFI trucks. One thing I liked about them was you could take that truck and put it on at whatever company or carrier you wish. They have a list of provided or approved carriers such as Snyder, JB Hunt. I have a friend that just did it with USA Truck. He seems to be doing good over there. Their payments are high. Their payments are around, let's see, what was the Snyder lease? Their payments are around almost $1,100 a month. Now that includes a maintenance plan. It's a fixed cost and that could vary, but $100 to a couple $100 every week that they set aside for maintenance. It's what they're called a managed maintenance account. So the downside to that is they hold your maintenance money. So if you need maintenance or whatever, you need to call, you got to call them up and get approval, even though it's your money. Now you get that money back at the end of your lease and it's available to you, but you don't have control of it. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that. Let's see, what else was some of those details on that SFI lease? Oh, it's a 3-year lease, and there's a huge balloon payment at the end. They'll let you refinance that amount, but at that point, you know, after 3 years, do you refinance that amount and pay it off, or have you saved the money to pay that big balloon payment, or do you just trade the truck in and get a new one? Lots of different options there. Let's see here. Their payments ranged from $700 to $1,050 a week, and that depends on if it's a new truck or a used truck. Let's see, what was it? The maintenance account ranges from $100 to $300 per week. So your payment would be $950 to $1,200 a week on the truck, not counting, you know, plates and insurance and any trailer rental fees or you know, did you lease on somewhere where you get a mileage rate or a percentage rate? You know, that's a big chunk of money to take out every week when it still doesn't include your other stuff. Down payment at SFI is anywhere from $0 to $15,000, and apparently that depends on it's discussed during your qualifying process to where they're even going to give you a truck. Again, the one thing I like about that truck is, or about the SFI is, you can put that truck wherever you want to. Downside to that, again, if you're not one of their approved carriers that you're going to lease onto, they're going to charge you a fee to put that truck on there just because they're not familiar with that carrier. It says here it's not a walkaway lease. If the lease is terminated early, a standard remarketing fee of $6,000 would apply. Leases are capped at 150 miles per year for a solo and 300 for a team. So I guess it's technically a walkaway lease, but you're going to have to pay to walk away from that lease. That I don't like. Their trucks, if you get a new truck, of course, it's going to come with a warranty. I'm not sure about the used trucks. I'm sure they have extended warranties, but all right, I briefly touched on the company leases. I will say the lease here is, I haven't checked on Prime or Swift or Snyder or any of their leases, or JB Hunt. The lease here at GP, it is a mileage lease. It is a brand new truck. The payment was $650 a month, but I believe I heard someone say last night in a live that they have bumped that payment up to about $790. So now you're talking the range of a SFI lease, you know, by the time you pay your fixed costs. Excuse me. But I believe they also up the mileage rate. I'm not sure what that rate is, so I can't give it to you. I do know that they cover the ELD, they cover the trailer, and I think they cover the cargo insurance as well. I would have to get with someone else, or someone else to have to chime in on that, because I don't know all the details of that lease. Aside from that, it's $3,000 down. It is a full walkaway lease, so if it doesn't work out or you're not happy with it, you can either go back to company driver, or you can just walk away altogether. Now with that lease we here at GP, it's not available to everyone. It is only available to current GP drivers. Well, hello there. I guess Milo decided he wanted to come up and say hi. It happens. Say, what's up, dude? Chilling. It's only available to drivers that have been here, company drivers that's been here 3 to 6 months. And I guess that is determined by how you run. They'll qualify you. So if you're a good driver, I guess they'll let you have it at 3 months, at 6 months. I don't know if they'll still let you have it. They still got to qualify you. I'm not real sure. But that is what I know about that lease. All right, now let's get to the one I like best. If you can find a smaller carrier that has trucks, well, of course you could buy a truck outright or get financing for the truck. But if you do financing for a truck, you're gonna have to have a huge down payment, and you're gonna be, I don't know what your monthly bills will be on that truck. But from what I can tell, you're obviously going to be in better shape than leasing, because you're going to have a monthly payment versus a weekly payment. But if you're looking to lease purchase, like we're discussing here, excuse me, if you can find a smaller company that has trucks or is willing to buy a truck or whatever, and then lease purchase that truck to you, that's going to be a pretty good deal, depending on the percentages as well as your fixed costs. Do you need a trailer? Are you doing power only? Are you going to buy a truck and a trailer, or are you just going to buy the truck and rent the trailer? Things like that. I've seen leases where, while doing it that way, it's more than likely going to be a used truck, an older truck, which is good and bad. Older truck, it's not going to cost as much. It's going to keep your costs down as far as your weekly payment or monthly payment or whatever. And what the hell was that? Damn little bugs flying around in my truck. I don't like that. Where was I? Payments. Oh, it's going to keep your payments down, which is going to keep your overhead down, which is going to make it easier to make money, or there'll be more money to be, how should I word that? Your net is going to be more because your weekly payments and fixed costs are going to be lower. And to me, that's the name of the game. Keep the fixed costs lower. It means more profit or paying off the truck sooner. If you can manage to keep those fixed costs down and make even double payments on the truck, you know, you're going to pay it off that much quicker. Also, your costs are going to depend on, are you running the Spark market? Are you running, again, power only? Or do you have a trailer or not? These are just some things to think about when you're doing or looking to do a lease purchase. Now, if you want to stay company driver, that's great too. I'm making great money as a company driver here, and there are companies out there where you can make good money as a company driver. There are good companies out there. Are they hard to find? Yeah, a lot of times they're hard to find. You got to weed through the bad ones to find the good ones. I've been lucky enough here at GP to find a good company, and they've treated me well. Now, that's just my experience. I can't speak for anyone else, but my experience at GP has been great. I've had zero issues here. They've always helped me if I've needed help. As stated in my video, my review video, I've made good money. I've gotten good miles. That's going to depend on the dispatcher. It's also going to depend on how often you open this door on the left-hand side. But yeah, I think that covers about all the lease stuff. Well, I don't cover all of it because there is a lot to it, but covers the basics. Should we say that? Covers the basics. As far as the lease stuff that I've looked into, that's the ones I've looked into, and out of the three, I think I would choose, if I was going to go that direction, I would choose a smaller company. But again, there's many variables that go into that, and I think they built a ramp to jump the forklift into the trailer. Did y'all see all that? It was like, I think they're ramping Evel Knievel in it back there. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to touch on the leases and lease purchases and things like that. Oh, another thing to consider, if you do get that used truck or a used truck from anywhere, do you purchase an extended warranty? Because there's another fixed cost. Warranties can range, I guess it depends on how long you want the warranty. I've seen them range from, Jesus Christ, what are they doing back there? I've seen them range from, I don't know, around $5 grand for a year, 100,000 miles, all the way up to like 10 grand for 3 year, 300,000 miles. Would you purchase that warranty, or would you make sure you have that money in the bank, or build that money as fast as you can to cover it? Because I guess you would kind of be like that most expensive warranty. Are you gonna, let's say you blow an engine, you're talking 20, 30 grand probably. Are you gonna spend 10 to save 10? That kind of, or spend 10 to save 20? I mean, what do you do there? All right, let's wrap back around. That's all I got. Just wanted to discuss those leases. Thanks for trucking with Tbone. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff that all these people say. Or don't. I don't give a shit either way. You guys have a good day, and if you're out there driving, keep safe. You guys take care. See you.